Everyone, so are you a new fish keeper who's looking at doing an ecosystem aquarium? Well, just for now, I'd advise against it. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube telling you it's dead easy, but I don't agree. And obviously I put a video out last week with an in-depth look at ecosystem aquariums, and I just don't think it's for new people. So this is what I'm calling my pre-Walstad. It's just a low-tech planted aquarium at the moment. To put loads of plants in, I'm just kind of converting them, getting them used to my water and getting them in good health. And then I'm going to dirt the aquarium, set up a Walstad method ecosystem type thing. But I wouldn't recommend this to someone who's new. Obviously you can come to my channel, check it out, watch me do it. But check this out. So I'm just doing my weekly water change. See, I do a 50% water change every week, and I dose my TNC complete fertilizer. Now my argument is this: if you want to get into a planted tank, if you've never been in the hobby before, doing a dirted ecosystem type aquarium is not the easiest solution. And a lot of people are telling you do it and don't do water changes. Do you know what to do if it goes wrong? And here's another question for you. These people, when they're talking and you're looking at their fish tanks in the background, do you want a fish tank that looks like that? Now obviously I set this tank up as a holding tank when I closed my last Walstad tank down because it wasn't doing very well, and I've discussed why in other videos. And I thought actually I really like the looks of this tank. I like how it's going, the plants are coming back into health, they're just doing better, just because of the fact that obviously I understand how to run a low-tech planted tank. And I'd suggest for anyone new into fish keeping who wants to try a planted tank, try a low-tech planted tank. You can start off small, get yourself a few plants, and then I talk about balance a lot. Balance in a low-tech planted tank. If you do 50% water change every week and you dose fertilizers every week the same amount, and you keep your lights running for 8, set yourself up for success, guys. Start with a low-tech planted tank like this. Get yourself some wood, some rock, all natural stuff, sand, gravel, wherever you want. Enjoy it. Like, there's no need to overcomplicate everything straight away. Look at this. It's not the best planted tank in the world, but I think it looks amazing for where it started and where it's going. I think it's going to get better and better. There's a few plants I want to remove. This tank was my shrimp breeding setup. I want to dirt this and get all my big plants, me Pongietans, me Crenum natans and me Crenum calamastratum, loads of Amazon swords over in that corner. I just want it to be loads of big rosette plants, so it looks like a jungle of big rosette plants. I absolutely love rosette plants. But this tank, I want it to be like a Dutch style. I can't do Dutch style because it's high CO2 to get the plants going, and there's a lot of technique in keeping the plants the same height and stuff like that, because there's different growth patterns. So you need to basically be an expert in growth patterns and stuff like that before you can achieve something like that. Just start simple and enjoy it. Don't overcomplicate these things. If you want another challenge after you plant a tank, then by all means go for it. But I don't want you to have a headache when you're new to the hobby. I want you to enjoy it. And that's my advice. I'm not telling you what to do and not to do. If you've got to have a planted ecosystem and you've got to do no water changes, I'll be honest, I've been keeping fish plants tanks for 30 years, something like that now, and the tanks that have always done well for me are the tanks I've done water changes on, and everything's thrived, everything bred. It's just, if I want to breed something, water changes works. Everything with success starts with water changes in my book, in my opinion. Obviously with my Walstad method tank, when I set that up, I won't be doing frequent water changes the way I would with this, because I'm going to be promoting CO2 in the system and nutrients. I'm going to be trying to balance it a different way, but that is a challenge I want to set myself, and I want to set it so it's a long-term challenge that I can create content for you guys if you are enjoying it. But I want it to look visually appealing. I realised I've got an audience now. My tanks don't necessarily appeal to an audience, but I'm going to start working on them. What I'm saying is just enjoy your tanks. Like, don't complicate them, don't give yourself a headache. Do 50% water change once a week, or do 50% water change once a fortnight or once a month. Just do that water change, dose your fertilisers weekly, and if you're doing one water change a month, just miss a week with your fertilisers. Dose them when you water change, after your water change, and then dose them for a couple of weeks, and then don't dose for a week, and then start again, and stuff will build up in the system slowly. But you can water change that out. But what I'm saying is just master balance, learn how to grow plants, enjoy your fish, get yourself some nice fish like angels, stuff like that. Breed them out. It's fun, just have fun. Don't start giving yourself these headaches. You see these guys on YouTube telling you it's the easiest way of keeping aquariums is by setting up a dated ecosystem. It's not. When they go wrong, you need to have a certain level of experience. You need to understand what plants struggling looks like, and you need to have the experience to know how to rectify these issues. If you're die-hard, I'm not dosing ferts, and your plants need fertilizers, what's going to happen? They're just going to continually get in poorer and poorer quality. With my plants, a lot of them aren't in the best of health, but they're bouncing back, and everywhere I look there's new growth, there's new growing tips, and that's the main thing, that's the most important thing. Like this Appongigeton down here wasn't looking too happy, but it's pushing new growth. It's telling me I've got enough energy stored to survive. Now I'm going to push new growth out so I can thrive. Everything, there's new growth everywhere, everything's putting new buds out, and it's all shooting up, and that's because I've gone back to basics. 50% water changes, dosing fertilizers every week, everything's throwing out new roots, new shoots. It's all just enjoy it, guys. That's how simple it is, and then challenge yourself once you feel like you've mastered it. So there we go, guys, that's my thoughts on the situation. I just feel I'd be more comfortable recommending people start with a low-tech planted tank. Get the fish you want. You can pop back the shop when you're buying your fish and your fish food. You can get yourself a few plants. You can build your stock up. Remember I was talking about my Walstad tank, and when I worked it out, it's going to cost me hundreds in plants to set up, because you need that 50 to 70% coverage when you start. Otherwise the tank might not balance and everything needs to start growing. So you need to understand these things before you get going, and even I struggle because it is a challenge. Just have a go with a low-tech planted tank, guys, and you know, once you feel like I've mastered this now, everything's running on autopilot and I want a new challenge, then set up a dated tank. And maybe you decide you want to go for a high-tech planted tank, and you want to start TI dosing, and you want to start dosing CO2, and you want to get yourself a massive light that throws out more photons than the sun. That's up to you. Enjoy it. I just want you to enjoy yourself and enjoy the hobby, because I love the hobby. Look at me with my Geordie Skater t-shirt on. So my plans for the next 12 months, I want to get this Walstad. I want to do the 1 install per year type, kind of like a workshop video if I can. Like, that's one of the things I want to incorporate into the channel, kind of showing people working on tanks. I want to do my dated dusting tank with my big rosette plants like my crinum, my Appongigetons, my Amazon swords, my crypts. I want to get them all in here. And my low tech, I want streets of stems, and I want some nice mid-ground plants. I want up there, I want to get some epiphytes, like I've got my Java fern down there, I've got Boos, got a Nubius, get all them in there, stunning, aren't they? So let everything slow down from the soil introduction, and then so here's me. So let me hit you with it. So this I'm going to try and get it down to like 1 water change every 6 months. This will be a dated tank. I call it Dustin's Dated because I want it to be dated, but running on the principles of low-tech planted tank, where it's getting its water changes and its ferts and everything's happy. And then I just want a textbook low-tech planted tank. So I've got 3 different tanks, and I want to breed my shrimp, my cleanup crew, my shrimp, my snails. I want bottom dwelling fish, and I want fish to breed. I want everything breed, like, so like I want to build my content based on this next 12 months of stuff. If that sounds like the type of stuff you're interested in, please consider subscribing, giving the videos a like. It sends my videos out further on YouTube, it tells the algorithm to show more people. It's your way of recommending my video to more people, and I really appreciate that. And I don't like asking for subs, because I feel like if I'm making good content, people will just subscribe, and if they like the video, they'll just like it. So it's up to me to make better and better quality videos, and that's my goal over the next 12 months. I want to get the channel up to 1,000 subs. That's my goal for a year, and it'll push me to make better and better quality content that I hope you enjoy.